When I think of Drew Coleman and this process and his team, I was never ever in doubt. I appreciate the humor at times, but I also appreciate the just attention to detail and the hard work. Like there's so many details associated with closing and buying and looking for a home.
Some realtors have this nature about, I just told you I'm not looking for a 9-bedroom. And what the Coleman team did is really listen to what we wanted. So there wasn't this, huge fluff of, what about this one? Let's see what's on the market. He would listen and they'd look into it. And right away he'd let me know, okay, so here's the situation with that. Here's why we got to do this. And he would always give me a solution. He's the one that knows how all this works.
Yeah.
But he also gave us his opinion and then waited for us to make a decision.
I remember the day we found this house. We had been seeing houses like for 5 or 6 hours, and it was...
Drew was like, okay, couple more? All right, let's do it.
I remember getting the report of like all the houses, of the number of sales, the average cost of that sale, down to the number of schools, including the crime rate. I remember this document that was produced that just had all this inclusive information of not just this address, not just our home, our future home, but the neighborhood and everything that comes with it.
That's true.
Yeah, this will be your potential, like your cables company. This might be your water purveyor. So I remember looking at it on email, like, oh, this is a pretty stout document. Everything kept circling back to this house. Like I remember taking pictures and looking at all the pictures and talking to Drew on what it would cost if we fix this or fix that.
He referred us to different people, and he's always sending recommendations that we ask for.
Like even after we had closed, I remember, Dow, you would still contact him for just follow-up stuff and for some advice or some direction.
I remember one time I literally called and said, hi, I need a fence build. Oh, okay. Okay, you need someone right away. Okay, how soon? Like yesterday? And, all right, let me send you a couple numbers.
I thought his accessibility was spot on. So there'd always be stuff that'd pop up. I'd be able to send Drew a text, an email, or a phone call. If he wasn't available, I'd leave a message. He always got back to me. Yeah. And it was comforting. Like that part was clutch.
Yeah. His response time is impeccable. This is one thing I super appreciate about the team. He called and said, okay, so it's before Christmas. We haven't heard. We're not going out of town for the holiday. So I wanted to let you know we're here. If I hear anything, I'll let you know. And then next thing you know, I think it was Christmas Eve. The day before Christmas Eve. And sure enough, Drew calls and he's like, I have great news.
We had some last minute stuff where we needed to get in right as we're getting down towards closing. And that window for meeting all those benchmarks for closing the sale, it's not just us, but you also have to deal with the sellers and you have the financing aspect of it. And everybody wants to make sure their paperwork is clean. That could be stressful. That part could be tight because there's so many demand and it's got a small target. And I think they excelled in synchronizing all those, and were flexible to make things work. Like not everything works between 8 and 5, between Monday and Friday. Like some things would happen like on a weekend or like after 5, and they made it happen.
Here's my favorite part. My favorite part of the whole experience was even after the house is done, we're in, it's all remodeled. We're talking 3 months of remodel, like we're moved in. And Drew and his wife came to the house in their casual clothes. What do you need done? Do you need unpacking? He literally put my Crate and Barrel Entertainment Center in the other room together. And I was like, oh my God, this is like full service. It was really more like, hey, this is family. Like, this is what we do.
When I replay all the stuff that had to happen for us to get in and make it move in to make it is what it is now, there were a lot of different opportunities for things to go sideways.
I can't think of something that they would have done differently to make it more smooth.